World Peace and Prayer Day is held on the beginning of the summer, on June 21st, and that's the day that the sun travels the longest in the south. And so it's the longest day of the year in terms of the sun. So we have the most light visible, and that's the time of growth when things are growing upwards and toward the light. The spiritual leaders that learn to listen to where do the people need to gather to be of the most good to the two-legged nations, to the one-legged praying people, the trees, the four-leggeds, the winged, the little medicine plant people, the sweet water people, the green water people, and the creepy crawlies. These are the other 7 relations. And so we go to those places where our prayers will be amplified and helped by those around us, by the sacred area around it.
Blessings, greetings to my relatives. I speak to especially the youth because of we are in a very challenging times that we are in. You know, we are speaking from our ceremonies, and we're speaking to world leaders about similar situations that is happening all over the world that we're faced with. I know that there's a lot of young people right now that are listening that you know, we are speaking out because we are concerned for your well-being in the 7th generation. A leader is supposed to think about the 7th generation. Now today it's not that way because we don't know how it's going to be in the 7th generation. But we are saying right now words of compassion to each and every one of you, that our prayers and our healing work would benefit each and every one of you as you are the leaders and for the future generations to come. Thank you very much.
In what we're doing here with World Peace and Prayer Day is we started the ceremony earlier than the actual day because the fire burns for many days before. So we lit a fire the old way. We first set the sacred shelter, the place where the fire will be, and we let the powers that be, the Mother Earth and the relations, the trees and the creepy crawlies, know that we're going to be laying the groundwork for a ceremony. And we let them know that we're going to be building a fire here. And of course we depend on that fire every day, the sun, to bring us light and warmth and security. And so we call on those powers at the beginning. And so that's how we start the ceremony.
I'm going to give everybody tobacco. And then I'd like to start by say some prayers with that tobacco. Then everybody's going to offer tobacco to the ground first, and then we turn it over to you.
And we lay the space within the 4 corners. Below us is the Mother Earth's heart, above us is the Father's fire, the sun, and we're a conduit for that energy, just like the one-legged praying people, the trees. And we bring that to the center point. And when we do that with prayer and intent, we open a space where our prayers are heard. And inside that fire is the silence, and that's where our prayers go. And they're heard immediately. And the hope in prayer here and with Arvol's vision is that these things happening all over the world, these fires will connect. There's light, like a crystal spreading out, will connect to all these other places of prayer. And if we hold this space in a sacred way, that it will become empowered and then spread out.
It's like opening ceremonies here. That was before we get the fire lit, we have to pay respects, everything. And this is probably the most important. This is starting the whole event here right now. The elders said, no, we are the watchers and we are the seers. We know everything that's going on all over the world. And if the people don't listen, then that the mistakes that they made will truly affect us, our children, our grandchildren. So that's what our journey is all about, is the future of our children. Today, this is the first time that we're planting a seed here. I've been in ceremonies with the elders and grandmothers, grandfathers. We prayed and that things would be good wherever we're going. There's World Peace and Prayer Days all over the world right now. Since 1996, World Peace and Prayer Day has grown so huge. I could never imagine how many people are be gathering on June 21st. Canada, Australia, Japan, South Africa are gathering like us today. That's why we're here. Reconnect right here, right now, with Ujimaka, Grandmother Earth. Right now, we're not paying attention to Grandmother Earth, so she's moving different directions, and be volcanoes, earthquakes, disasters, big winds. When you ignore spirit, we're going to face hard times. The first creation was Ea, right here. Ea is the first creation, the rock, the stone people. The second creation is Maniwichoni, the water of life. When these two came together, it brought Waka, the sacred energy. And everything has energy. And we know that something great is going to happen from this circle.
With this sacred area, the intent is that when someone steps in it, they feel that they're in the present moment. And so there's a lot of praying that goes on to keep the area clear of thoughts and negative emotions. So when people go, they're uplifted in their highest part. Their fire within them can then be put forward through the tobacco or the cedar, and the prayers can go in and join the prayers of everybody else. And they build and amplify and join together and then flow out like sacred water. They flow out to the rest of the world.
We are here at three rivers. Two rivers come together, and right behind me is a third. I'm sitting at a place that's an old sacred site. A lot of prayers were done by the Nipmuc and other First Nations people that were here. There's a very powerful place, and you can feel the energy. As a spiritual leader coming here, I totally respect the people that take care of this sacred site and still hold sacred. On June 21st, the first World Peace and Prayer Day we had was in the sacred Black Hills, South Dakota. Sacred place where our ancestors have been praying. Like in our territory, all the ceremonies are man-made. By Joaquin Thunder. 1996, we journeyed from northern Canada. Furthest north, the Dakota people live. From there, we took the horses up there. We made a journey on horseback. We ran through Montana. And when we met Northern Cheyenne, an old man there, he was a bundle keeper of the Sacred Hat. And he told us about a vision that he said, when I was a young boy, I'm talking about Model A and Model T times. He said, horses were no more. And in my dream, he said, there was many horses and different nations were coming towards me. And I was standing there. And he said, when they came to me, he said, they were on a spiritual ride on horseback, going towards that sacred place. He said, all my life, I wonder if my dream would ever come true. And today, he said that my dream is true because I saw what in my vision is all different tribes or First Nations people riding horseback. And he cried. He said, I welcome you to our home, and we're going to do ceremony. And then we went through Crow Agency, we went to Medicine Wheel, Wyoming, a sacred place. We did ceremony there, and then from there we went to Devil's Tower. We call it Matho Tipula. President Clinton, he signed a paper saying that, no, let these Indian people pray there freely, which we did. But today, World Peace and Prayer Day is happening all over the world. But it started out as a sacred sites day. So a sacred site, it's about energy. It's a place where people have been praying for a long time. And as spiritual people, we know we can feel that energy where people do ceremonies.
There's fires lit. Tomorrow's a big day, solstice. To my people, solstice is, we call it the strawberry moon. It's our ceremonial moon. It's a time for us to give forgiveness in the fire. In my tribe, we collect strawberries, and we all get around the circle in the fire, and we all as a tribe do a prayer together, and then we all as individuals do an offering to our Creator, Manitou, and we give the offering as our family prayers and ask for healing or whatever else the family needs to give forgiveness for. We ask for forgiveness, as well as giving thanks for who we are as a family and for the year.
We're going to plant a peace pole here, and we want people to come here to this sacred place here once again and do offering prayers here, so they can once again the spirit of this place would help people. Everything has a spirit. These trees, the tree of life, even the blade of grass has a spirit. It's a spirit bundle I take care of. And I'm the 19th generation keeper of this sacred bundle. 19 generations ago, it's a spirit woman that brought this bundle. And at the time the people were hungry, the elders talked about, the old ones that talked about was, to Wakankanka, the Great Spirit, you're going to always pray to about a way of life here, to Wakankanka. But people became greedy. They started to kill everything in sight. Because that they were abusing life, that everything disappeared. And the people were once again praying to the Great Spirit. And there's 2 scouts on the hill. This woman came to them. She was walking, carrying this bundle. When she approached them and said, I know what both of you are thinking. One has good thoughts and one has bad thoughts. He said, one with the bad thoughts said, you come to me. So when he approached her, a cloud enveloped him, the clouds lifted, he was in skeleton. And he said, now go back and tell all the people that I am bringing this sacred bundle to the people. The next day she came. She came to the camp and she opened that bundle, and there was a stem, a wood stem in there, and then a red stone. And she said, you put this together and you're going to pray to the grandfathers to the 4 directions, to the west, north, east, south, Great Spirit, and Mother Earth. And only the good shall see this pipe. The bad should not even see or touch it. And there's 7 ceremonies that came with this bundle. And she went over the hill as a white buffalo calf. But on the way up that hill, she changed 4 colors. First one was a black one. Then walked so far, stopped, rolled over, she stood up, and it was a red one. Walked so far, stood up, and it was a yellow one. The 4th one was a white one. And went over the hill as a white buffalo calf. So the people said, we would call her the white buffalo calf woman. And she told the people, next time I return and stand upon the earth as a white buffalo calf, there's going to be great changes. 1994, the first white buffalo calf born in Janesville, Wisconsin. So we went there and we prayed. And then almost every year, a white buffalo calf was born. But it's not only the white buffalo calf, but it's all the white animals that are born. We have the white deer, the white alligator, the white snake, the white moose. The list goes on and on. That's the only way they can show us that something is happening here right now. Our teachings is that we follow the animal nations. I went to United Nations. They talked about prophecies. I thought that was the greatest impact that this world has ever had, was all the spiritual leaders and religious leaders coming to the United Nations, but somehow the message didn't get out. I went to meet with the Mayan calendar, the people, the headsmen, and they're talking about a big ceremony in 2012. And so the World Peace and Prayer Day is just one of the events that's heading in the right direction, and we want to help you. So we called for you, and I went there and then said, you honor December 21st, and we'll honor June 21st. I went with the Canadian spiritual First Nations people to the rainforest, because the people there, they ask for people to come to them out in the rainforest. They live right in the middle of the Brazil, the rainforest, and there's no outside contact, but they know something is happening, and they want people there to carry a message. So we'll pray for you. You take the message out to the world, because we can't speak English, we can't communicate, but we know that Earth is speaking to us, and there's a great danger here. So we ask you to come here, and we're going to talk to you, and you do the work. We'll pray for you. I was asked to go do the ceremony, the healing ceremony, the wiping the tears ceremony at Twin Towers. I accepted. Where there's people there that needs spiritual guidance to help them make that sacred journey. So that's what we did. It wasn't just me, but all the spiritual leaders that were there helped. Things like that, and it really brings us, everybody together, And that's what I guess we're anymore. We're all in a global community right now, and that's the way I look at it. And a lot of my statements that I write, it's about global community, global healing, and because there's only one Mother Earth, and all of us we're faced with the same sicknesses and diseases, and so to us, this is a very crucial time that we are in. In fact, the elders said, put everything aside. But that's the way I feel with World Peace and Prayer Day. People have to put everything aside just to come into that circle. All nations and all faiths, one prayer. It's blessings from the Creator. It's this place is like a church to us. It's like probably a university. This is a hospital to us. This is a place where we get a lot of our healing, and so this place has to be protected for our future generations, our children. And everybody, doesn't matter what race that you come from, that you need to really understand about spirit right now. That's what it's coming down to right now. It's with all the prophecies and the earth changes, climate changes, because it's going to bring us to our knees. So the elders talked about what we're faced with today, There's so much negative energy that's going on right now. The elder said every time we get up in the morning, there's a lot of negative energy. People are fighting in their homes, a lot of foul language, a lot of abuse. You know, this is a sacred land like this, like Turtle Island. Now this is it's about spirit. It's about understanding that no, this is a sacred way of life. No, everything has a spirit. We have to once again bring our people back, bring our children back to the sacred sites, bring our families back to once again about respecting the spirit. That this grandmother earth is a source of life, not a resource. No, we have to pray for our food, our medicine, and no, this is it. No, we got to bring our families back together again. So this is a time right now. So it's a very important time.
We're in the heart of this gathering, World Peace and Prayer Day with Arvol Looking Horse. And it seems that Arvol's, one of the underlying themes that he's trying to present this year especially is how the mindset of individualism needs to be transformed into more tribalism. And I understand what he's trying to say is we need to start to think in terms of as a community.
The thing is, the spiritual work that is happening right now has to be put out there in a good way for people, young kids, and it doesn't matter what if you're living on a reservation or live in a city. You know, you got to be connected, find your spirit. This is a beautiful place to live. What is happening is, we're living in it's called individualism, and the way that our structure is it's about tribalism. In tribalism, you don't call a person by their first name. You call them uncle, auntie, or grandma, grandfather, and that whole relationship that you are connected. In the tribalism, there's ceremonies or there's things that helps you to understand about respect, about honor. Like for me, at the age of 12 years old, because I had to take care of this bundle, and I could never use foul language. I can't carry a gun. I could never join military. I'm a spiritual leader that take care of this bundle. Right now we're in crisis, and even scientists are saying that we're at the point of no return. But spiritually, things can happen, and we want to ensure our children, next generation. And a lot of people saying we're borrowing this time right now from our children. So we're just taking care of this land for now as people, and we should leave it for our children in the way what we seen, what we grew up with is a lot of family compassion, and that's the way it should be. There's a lot of goodness that's going on, and in fact that's the teaching that our tradition is all about, is you gotta have faith, you gotta believe to make things happen. The 4 seasons help us spiritually, understanding that the cycle of life. If you start putting this together in your mind, it becomes holistic. And that's what our ceremony is all about. That's why we're here at this farm right now, where they're protecting horses. And we're trying to save these horses right here in Massachusetts, and so that's what we're doing right now. It's part of World Peace and Prayer Day. So everything is in tone, in balance with the way it should be, and that's our responsibilities to keep everything in place, and that's what we are doing right now.
And the importance of all walks of life, whether it's 2-legged, 4-legged, the ones that fly or swim, we're all connected in this circle that Arvol always talks about. We need every single breath, a life that exists, and protect any life.
It's about people dealing with their
judgments and angers towards other races and people, to make them aware that they aren't alone on this planet, that we're all living together, and that there's been enough harm done to mankind, to Grandmother Earth, so that they can find whatever link they can to each other or to the earth, to find peace in their heart and to be respectful to each other and the earth.
It's like if you're surrounded by relatives that have great love for you and you step into their midst, you're in the moment. All the things that were bothering you usually go away, and you're surrounded by the loving arms of a grandpa or a grandma. Your heart is filled and it lifts up. You lift up. You take that sigh, that inspiration, that sacred breath comes in. In people coming into a sacred place like this to pray on this day where the sun travels the longest, we will hope and pray that we'll have that sacred sigh, that in-breath, and we'll forget our troubles, and that energy will help us heal and get back into balance again. And that's the hope of all the spiritual leaders.
I'd like to welcome each and every one of you to the summer solstice ceremonies here at Three Rivers in Massachusetts, 2010. We have a long journey, a spiritual journey. This is a very important time in history. We have met many nations throughout the world. I am a member of the Society of Prayer for World Peace, and we're going to plant a peace pole. We've been planting peace pole all over the world. A lot of war-torn countries. Our goal with the Society of World Peace and Prayer Day Society is that we like to unite people and bring peace upon the earth. So the motto is, may peace prevail on earth. I'm the 19th generation keeper of that sacred chanupa, the sacred pipe for the Lakota, Dakota, Nakota, Oyate, known as the Great Sioux Nation. And we have many prophecies right now. And one of the prophecies is that someday, when the animals show this sacred color, we would unite with many relatives throughout the world. There's going to be great changes. A lot of earth changes, climate changes. We have the recent the oil spill in the Gulf, volcanoes, hurricanes. We call it big winds. This is all prophesied long ago. Even it goes way back into the time of creation, when the animal nations were founding their boundaries. The animal nations that said, from this day, we would help you in ceremonies. You pray to us when you go to ceremonies. Pray to the two-legged, the four-legged, the winged ones, the ones that swim and crawl. Because if you do that, you follow our spirit and we'll guide you, we'll help you. You walk upon the earth in a sacred manner. So a way of life here, June 21st, is to remind us our responsibilities. What can you do? How can you be healthy? Always walk in peace. Don't speak out of anger, hatred, jealousy. That's what a leader is. So the sacred land here today, many of our ancestors have prayed, is a sacred site. And we're going to ask our relatives here to say a few words.
We want to thank you, Arvol, for bringing world peace and prayer here in our territory. It's an honor to have you and to be part of that. We bless this day for everything that's around us and about us. Ask Creator today to give us all a little hope to know that other people are praying the same thing. Maybe we have a chance. So thank you.
Marikisak, Menadka, Nikonahuchik, Katapatanamu, Wachi Wame Natokasak. Good day to you all. My name is Smiling Dove from the Wampanoags at Mashpee on Cape Cod. And I just thank God Creator and my ancestors for being here. Thank you all for coming out. We need this energy here. And I hope we can maintain the good, the positive energies, because we all need them. Our land needs them and we need them.
My name is Wabanumawunk Windsong, one of the chiefs of the Wampanoag Nation. I'm of the Sonnet band called the Rock People. There are 5 tribes in the Wampanoag Nation. I say Kisakwadu Tanataputni, Wamina Tunkwasuk, all my relations, and Omatakias.
First I want to thank especially Chief Arvol Looking Horse and Troy and our elders from the Wampanoag Nation. Thank you for coming and responding to our request to have World Peace and Prayer Day here on this land. And I want to thank all of you in the community and the ones of you who've come from far, from other countries. If I'd said, I'm going to have a horse rescue in Palmer, Massachusetts, and it's going to be so amazing, and we're going to have such an impact on the community and heal so many children and families and the environment, and Arvol Looking Horse is going to come and do World Peace and Prayer Day. We would have been like, okay, sure, that's going to happen. But I called Paula one day and I said, what are you guys doing for World Peace and Prayer Day this year? And they had, different plans that hadn't really manifested yet. And I said, well, would you consider coming here? And they agreed.
One of the things that we're trying to do here, and I think has been very powerful in the community, is to reconnect ourselves with horses, and through that with this land, and through reconnecting with this land with the entire world. And I think it's been a very powerful thing. They feel the connection, I know. And it's been healing for both people and horses.
World Peace and Prayer Day came a long ways. And without the help of all the First Nations, all the people in the world that believe in the World Peace and Prayer Day made it happen. For all the people in the world that are gathering at their sacred sites, talking about the environment, talking about what is happening right now. It's sad that global disasters have brought us together, but right now we need world peace, global healing more than ever. But I'd like to introduce Paula.
I went on the internet and I know there's a lot of people not reporting where World Peace and Prayer Day is at. But so far, I just got one last night. It's in Scotland. And they are having a circle and they're going to be singing their songs. And Ireland, of course. And South Africa, Alta Reynolds is having a circle. And Australia is having a circle. Minneapolis at the Coldwater Springs. It's a sacred spring that they're protecting. Santa Fe is having a circle. England. Oh, geez, all over.
I'd like to present you to this land. It's, may peace prevail on earth. And we've been planting this peace pole all over the world.
On behalf of the Nipmuc people, the Wampanoag people, and the Stockbridge people, I want to thank you and accept this pole, and on behalf of all Indian people of the East Coast, the botany. Before we put a shovel in Mother Earth, we always give thanks and ask for forgiveness for digging in. That's our way. Mother Earth, Mother Sky.
If we can do it in a ceremony, we can do it in the world.
When we get together, that this fire, this love, this light, this hope, this healing, this compassion, this empathy, the joy and the love will amplify and spread out. And that will help bring it back balance. Just as we pray with the waters, when you put a word or a good feeling or love into water, it changes the energy. The same as with the sacred fire. And when we all bring our fires together, we help purify one another and bring us into the sacred moment again.
Those are the gifts that these circles and the energy of the world, of all the other fires, the smoke goes up and it all connects at once. Manitou, Wanivanokanuk Manitou, Chinnu, Ki Nition. I said, Manitou, thank you for having us here, and we want to bless everyone around us.
The last one was the Horse Nation, and it's asking everybody that I named. Wasana is all the people, and I honored the two nations that stand here. This is their territory. To ask them to stand together and to be strong, and to be proud of who they are, and to always have a good heart and a strong heart.
My heart goes out to the world that we can create an energy shift right now on June 21st. If only the people believe it. And we'll do it.
Deuce.
Yeah.
All right, right on.